Welcome back to Rockford. Our weekend culminates with a women's final. Boston Brute Squad, the defending champion. Seattle Riot looking for their first title in 11 years. Dominique Fontenette, they win the game. They take down their longtime nemesis. And the game's first turnover as the ageless Fontenette dove but couldn't come up with it. Jacqueline, of course, grew up in the Pacific Northwest, was a high school superstar. Very active mark, but Groom gets it to Zoo. And right back to Cami Groom. A break for Boston to get things started in the women's final. It was a straight contest and sending it back. And that throw sails past McKibben.
No, because of how strong they are in person D, they know they can challenge the matchups and apply pressure to get the disc back.
Oh, the poach from Diddy Soper. Julia Snyder up the line to Ma. Callie Ma's been much more of a coach than a player the last few years. Her younger sister Tina went down with a knee injury early in the tournament. Been hobbling around on crutches. Sinacrope looking for Malinowski. She misread it. To complete the thought on Rory, good to see her back out there. There was concern that there might be a serious injury again. Felice Cardenas' throw intercepted by her Team USA teammate, Leanne Hoffman. Oh, somehow that squeezed its way through to Hoffman. Sinacrope around, Malinowski's got it.
You don't see Malinowski hitting the ground too often.
Different feeling for Boston coming into nationals this year. Seattle was the 1 seed and they earned it with a couple victories in the regular season. Soper looking for Fontenette. Somehow between two defenders, Dom still the bomb.
That is just a complete trust throw from Paige Soper. You know, putting it up there, even though Dom has, you know, double coverage. I love how Jacqueline Verjus led Soper to that break space.
Bitterman, couple yards shy for Tajima. Another Callahan Award winner, Cassie Swafford on the mark. And Tajima squeezes it in to Bitterman.
And you see there, she kind of does that stutter step, shoulder shimmy, and gets right in front of Rory Titcomb.
And Brute Squad looking to go back-to-back to complete the Boston sweep. Great deep defense. It was Caitlin O'Connell who read it and knocked it away.
Much the same on defense as well. Had to play against her a lot in college.
Cassie Wong could not come up with that near the goal line. No foul called. And then a nice grab by Rachel Bradshaw. But Boston thinks they have another D. Kelly Johnson thinks differently. Foul overruled! Snagged by Kim. And then it's Cardenas getting a piece of the inside flick. Out of the timeout, Titcomb to Johnson. Cardenas winds it up. Somehow Charlie Mercer was all alone in the end zone. As Madison Heiss did qualify for the pro flight with a win over Nightlock yesterday morning.
Yep, that's the first time in our program's history, so we're looking forward to some high-level competition next season.
It's Bitterman just outside the red zone. And to the end zone for Malinowski.
The tournament was definitely the biggest learning environment.
That's how you buy into the sport, by experiencing the tournament.
It's also helpful we only had 7 people on our team, so easy to get confident.
You were thrown into the fire.
Yeah.
Griffith connects with Stern. And Tennell overshoots Malinowski. Tennell tried to poach into the lane, but could not get there.
We see Becky Malinowski and Kelly Johnson matching up on each other. It's a fun Team USA mixed matchup right there.
Brute Squad's at its best when the stall count never reaches 4. And the disc just keeps moving. And that is so hard to stop as a defense. Verju picks up.
That high relief
Lefties
lefty.
in. What a catch by Soper.
Again, leading Paige Soper into that break space.
And into the end zone. Snyder's got the goal.
Again, this is Jacqueline Verju, that high release lefty backhand to Paige Soper. Paige Soper fakes that around, steps out, just drops that shoulder, able to just lead Julia Snyder into the end zone. This offensive possession alone, it's just a matchup of legends right now in women's ultimate.
Malinowski shoots it. Griffith D's it.
You see that disc go up. Serge turns over her other shoulder and is able to take that inside line to beat Leon Hoffman to that space.
Pretty good USA team matchup, Hoffman and Griffith.
And a Rory Titcomb, Amber Sinecrope matchup too.
And then you have Cardenas and Malinowski, women's and mixed USA teams, and it's Serge in the end zone. Riot breaks back. A year ago, Sadler was on the other side of this finals matchup. And what a throw that was. But Ludford was ruled out. The observer said she landed on the line. Good call. Like CLX and the Polar Bears in the mixed division. Like GOAT and Sub-Zero in the men's division. Chicago Nemesis in the women's division. You're seeing some evolution. And there's Cami Groom denying Riot another break.
I think I mentioned this.
What are you seeing from Brute Squad's downfield cutters, Robin?
It seems that some of them are attacking the same spaces at the same time.
Look at that. 3 Riot defenders watch the disc sail by. Floats into Groom's hands again. And into the red zone, Cohen takes a shot. And Cami Groom makes it look so easy to Alyssa Weatherford. And Shira Stern trying to find Kawhi, but there was a poach, there was some traffic. So you think about that and how different the Nationals field might have looked if the format was different. Sophia Herskew, that's a break for Brute Squad.
They move very similarly. Angela Zhu looks like she got the best of Rory Titcomb on that around backhand.
Sinecrope. Oh, Sadler on the second effort still could not come up with a disc.
Women's team out of St. Louis, and it was my first opportunity to play women's club, and having her as a receiver was so fun.
She was usually open.
She didn't get the nickname Zoom Zoom Cami Groom for nothing.
We're tied at 7s. Remember, Brute Squad will receive to start the second half. If Riot can break after this turnover, we'll be in a virtual tie.
Just great defensive positioning.
Johnson, quick swing again. Boyden rifles it for McKibben. And Riot breaks to take half. 8-7 Seattle, a virtual tie as Boston will receive in half number 2.
You don't see them wasting any movement when they have the disc in their hands. They're just moving the mark, communicating to a cutter downfield, and then getting rid of the disc.
Bitterman from Tajima, and we're tied at 8. Continent looks no worse for wear. Oh, Cami Groom read it. She was like a free safety back there, reading the eyes of the quarterback. Meanwhile, downfield, you've got Jacqueline Verju coming up with a D.
Making just great plays. The most important game of the season.
Second time today, Soper keeps possession alive with a spectacular bid. And Verjus launches. Griffith got it. Riot's defense really working hard downfield, and it paid off. Paul Weaver shaken up on the play, but this is gonna be Riot's disc. Swings it for Verjus.
And you see that the Riot offense, all of the cutters are so willing to come into the backfield. If a handler isn't there for the reset, it's okay. They clear up field and a cutter just pops up off the front of the stack.
Rory Titcomb rifles it to Khalees Cardenas.
You see Brute Squad's offense just stretching the field. We have a fast break. Once they got it right over that zone.
How about that throw from Cohen?
Got to cut for those on the beach at layout. It's super fun. She has such a huge throwing range.
Zhu to Wong. Brute Squad back within one. Snyder rips a backhand. Oh, and it's Verjus coming in, and then she rushed the throw to the end zone.
You saw that disc go up. I don't think anyone was surprised to see Jacqueline Verjus rip that down.
Brute Squad goes to score here. That'll be a big missed opportunity for Riot, but Stern comes up with another D.
I loved how she waited until after she secured the disc to check her feet. A lot of players will miss the disc because they're too worried about the line. That's some focus.
It's a great point. Angela Zhu. What haven't we said about her? Klein looking for an option. She's got Cammie Groom, and we've got a game to 2. Came in her 10th year with Brute Squad. Cook in her 7th year with Brute Squad, but she's played forever. 36 years old. Won titles with Godiva. Oh, off the fingertips of Titcomb.
Again, Brute Squad just applying pressure in a different way with that zone.
Cook to the end zone, got it! Brute Squad rookie Caitlin O'Connell has Boston 1 point away from a sweep. Looking for Griffith. The poach was coming from O'Connell, but she couldn't get there. Griffith on the goal line. Boyden. Weatherford could not move the feet to land in, but she hits Cardenas to tie it up again. Yep, for a Universe point, Robin.
You hear the crowd getting really loud. It's the biggest point of the season for both teams.
Hardly anyone is sitting here at Wedgebury Stadium in Rockford. And to the end zone, Brute Squad has done it.
Ian Hoffman to the end zone for Amber Sinnercoat. And the winning score for Brute Squad.
Back to back for Boston Brute Squad.